This evening, prison break. CCTV footage showed insects jumping on the grass while guards slept. How did Royston King become so wealthy so fast? Insane lover stabs girlfriend to death. In the region, bishop kills female pastor during a quarrel. And internationally, Sears files for bankruptcy.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Monday, October 15th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Acting Prison Director Samuels refused to take responsibility for the latest prison break. He says that the ranks were all sleeping. Wendell Jeffrey tells us more.
It is more likely a situation whereby persons were not alert at the time that they should have been alert. From the footage, persons were not alert. The time that the people took from the time they started to separate the razor wire, they had more than adequate time to observe what was happening.
Acting Prison Director Gladwin Samuels said that he does not think that the recent escape of the 3 prisoners from the Luzatlan prison was due to collusion.
Taking into account the caliber of the prisoners who would have escaped, I do not believe that they possess that level of influence, and I do not want to go in that direction. As I see it, it appears clearly to be a situation whereby ranks were not alert.
Asked several times by Travis Chase and Gordon Mosley as to who is to be blamed for the breakouts, the acting prison director refused to take responsibility for the escapes, saying that he is the administrator and that the press could question the officer who is in charge of that facility.
Do you take the blame for any of this?
Any other questions?
So you won't take the blame? Who should take the blame for the situation?
Any other question?
Samuel said that there were 5 ranks who were in the 2 towers between which the men escaped. He believes that all the officers were sleeping.
5 ranks in very close proximity, while there were several other ranks on duty, in very close proximity to the point of escape. There were 5 persons.
In a preliminary investigation, Samuel said that the officers who were on duty had very little to say.
They were interviewed by members of the investigating team in my presence.
What did they say exactly?
Very little, if anything.
The men who escaped are Dexroy Pollard, 29, of Wales Village. He was charged with breaking and entry and larceny. 23-year-old Travis Evans, who was in for murder. He is from Seafield, Sophia. And Sudesh Dayal, 23, of Wales Bagdam. He was on remand for breaking and entering, larceny, and escape from custody. The police and prison officers who were on duty have all been placed on close arrest. The acting prison director said that the lighting around the Luzatlan prison is so intense, the CCTV footage show insects jumping on the grass.
That place, even from the CCTV footage, you can even see insects jumping on the grass.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. He was believed to be mentally ill, but it seemed no one told her. A Rasta man stabbed his new lover to death. More from Esther Sobers.
It was a bloody weekend yesterday for the village of Caribbean Berbice, as yet another woman was killed by the hands of her lover, who is known by many to be mentally unstable. Dead is 38-year-old Iranda Frank, who was stabbed multiple times to her neck at her Crane Street home. According to persons in the area, they saw the man chasing after the woman in the street, after which he was able to corner her after she fell into a drain. It was at that point the suspect, known as Rastaman, attacked Frank, stabbing her mercilessly. After the man committed the act, he bizarrely held onto the dead woman and kissed her repeatedly. The two had only been living together for the past 2 weeks, and according to sources, Rastaman is a deportee who has been deported from the United States 10 years ago. The assailant is currently in police custody and is expected to undergo psychiatric evaluation to determine whether he is fit to stand trial. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Royston King is accused for significantly increasing his wealth since he became town clerk. Former councillor Ian Andrews says King's wealth needs to be investigated. As we hear from Wendell Jeffrey.
What's your take on the town clerk? How did he get to be embroiled in these situations that he's now being accused of?
The town clerk is more or less the clerk to the council. He has no executive authority. It's more or less something where he has to convey to those under him or the departments the decision of the council.
Ian Andrews, himself a former councillor, says that he has been justified for his constant opposition to the town clerk, Royston King.
Of course I feel justified.
Andrews said that he feels King was doing things that were not above board and that other people were personally benefiting from those actions and not the city.
This thing about amnesty, poor people may run to pay the little thing, but I am of the view, and I've always been of the view because I've never supported it, that people are informing their rich friends, oh, hold on, we can call the amnesty next year. The city does not gain from that. The rich person gain, and there's some trickle down, some little thing dropping here for some people.
The union leader said that Royston King could not have done all those illegal things that he's now being accused of doing by himself. Andrews believes that others assisted King.
The department has to be involved in that also. Or there are a lot of things he has to sign conforming to thing. The finance department has to be involved. He could not have done all those things unless other persons were complicit. I'm not saying who was or thing, you know. There was complicit.
There are rumors that the town clerk might have acquired for himself properties around the city and around Georgetown and so on. Do you think that should be up for review?
Yes, it ought to be up for review. There's an integrity commission. You know, just how people want to check on Trump to see how on his taxes and all that, we must check on these people. You can't be, a beggar today and somebody of great affluence tomorrow.
The outspoken ex-soldier said that King would need to say how he became so wealthy in such a short space of time.
Where did it come from? Your salary cannot cater for that. Is there an uncle or aunt that's sending remittances to you? There must be investigations.
Town clerk Royston King was sent on administrative leave pending the outcome of an ongoing commission of inquiry into the affairs of City Hall. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, teenager killed while trying to make peace, and Ian Andrews is breaking from the APNU and running as an independent councillor. But first, here is today's foreign currency exchange rates.
For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Styles. Simply different.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston, the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
Looking for clothing, footwear and undergarments for the family with great quality and affordable prices? Then visit American Home and Beauty Center, 722 Robin Wellington Street, Georgetown, opposite CNS Channel 6. Come and shop in our spacious and comfortable environment with great customer service. American Home and Beauty Center is your one-stop shop. Telephone 226-1497. Opening hours Monday through Saturday 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Close on Fridays between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to waste the day and spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
This is what shopping used to be. More plastic bags than I could carry, or I could use. They always end up in the bin, or as unsightly litter. Then it hit me. Get just one reusable bag. Now, whenever I shop, I don't use plastic bags. I always have my reusable bag. It makes shopping a lot easier, and it's better for the environment.
Use one less disposable plastic bag. Make the switch to a reusable bag today. For more information, please call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Disclosing your HIV status is important. Having the other person know their status is just as important as knowing yours. Partner testing puts everyone in the know and can be life-saving. Professionals can help you with disclosure. Encourage your partners to test and disclose. Be confident about your future. A message from USAID, PEPFAR, Advancing Partners and Communities Guyana, NAPS, and the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. He was young and idealistic. His desires were pure. He was trying to make peace and he was killed. Esther Sobers tells us of that sad situation.
This could have been a domestic violence issue averted, as a teenager intervened when a couple in Yarra Cabra was involved in a heated argument on Saturday evening. Unfortunately, he was killed during the altercation at Suzdike Linden Highway. Dead is 19-year-old Nyron Vifus of Yarra Cabra. Based on reports, a 40-year-old vendor of Circuitville, Yarra Cabra, attempted to assault his wife, and Vifus intervened to stop him. This angered the suspect, who whipped out a knife and dealt Vifus one stab to the left side stomach. The injured man was taken to the Linden Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The suspect was arrested and the murder weapon was taken as evidence. The suspect is currently in police custody. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Seventh-day Organization launches an inaugural venture to reduce crime and drug abuse and increase literacy among the youth in Georgetown. Guest reporter Andrew Weeks was at the launching.
The project is the first of its kind for the church in Guyana and the Caribbean and is sponsored by the international organization called By Grace Charity, said Pastor Alexander Isaacs, ADRA Director for the Caribbean Union.
When I submitted the Guyana's proposal and the folks looked at it and so on, they were very excited because of the nature of the project. You see, by Grace Charity, what they do, they try their best to empower community residents so that there will be a rippling effect. Those who are trained will assist others, and then we'll have the work duplicated in and around the place.
The church realized that illiteracy and unemployment are the predominant problems facing the community that amass to substance abuse, juvenile delinquency, unemployment, and neglect. The Guyana Conference President Pastor Richard Avery James and District Pastor Dr. Preston Patterson said they are willing to help any government in such areas.
As we look at the context of the church, we understand that the church has a role or a part to play in this community.
We want every government to succeed. That's the message we want to get over to President Granger and his administration, that the Adventist Church is here to support any initiative that will make Guyana a better place.
Anthony Grenham and Tia Rigby, who are among the 40 young people attending, explained why they decided to be a part of the Inner City Youth Risk Reduction Project.
I said to myself, this would be a great opportunity for me to do something better with my life.
I find that it's a very beneficial program, and it have a lot of benefits for us as younger ones who's not doing anything, who dropped out of school. It will help us to gain more knowledge and understanding, not only about ourselves as individuals, but also about life.
Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan, who did the feature address, commended the church for partnering with the government in helping at-risk youths stay away from crime and be productive citizens of the country.
And that is why I am so happy that you have become yet another organization that is going to champion this cause of ensuring that especially our young people, instead of being lured into that which can make the negative become the dominant, will now see that the positive will become the dominant.
The 40 young people who will become functionally literate will be trained by 5 adult facilitators in andragogical principles for 4 months, 4 days per week. The coordinator of the project is former National Literacy Coordinator Murray Greenwich, who is also a member of the church. The cost to run the project is $4 million Guyana dollars. Andrew Weeks reporting for Safe TV Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Ian Andrews is a long-time PNC member. He was even a former APNU councillor. However, this year, he is going at it alone. Wendell Jeffrey had a sit-down with the former army man.
Forming the Young Marcus Vendors Unit was to create a scenario where you can sit with them, let them know this is what you plan to do, what you expect from them. Let them feel that they are a part of this thing. Because when the last government was there, they were brutalized.
Ian Andrews is running as an independent councillor for a place on the Georgetown City Council. He said that the leaders of the city never wants to talk to him because they know he understands how the city hall works and how it is supposed to operate.
They don't want to talk to me because I know what's supposed to happen. What about the committee? So they don't have with a headache and we got mayhem in the town.
Andrews said he is also running as an independent because he is concerned for the young men in his constituency, number 11.
The constituency that I live in, it's about 9 youngsters are in charge of murder right now. 9 within the past year and a half. You would have remembered that there's a guy that burned up some people on the West Coast. He's from my area. These another brother that had some robbery and killing at Tower Hotel. The other day, another little one stabbed another one in Lodge. And a lot of little murders, which means that something is not happening for the youth.
What do you think of the council you can do to help with these situations?
Basically, you have to form youth groups. I know about that. I'm a sports person. If the youngsters know you, and you can talk to them now. Anybody could come and talk to them. I know them.
The former APNU councillor said that the city needs better leaders than are usually elected.
When you look at the dispensation of councillors that were there the last time, It was a travesty. I'm going to tell you why. Is that this is your capital city. This is your seat of government. You need to have the best minds.
You see yourself becoming the mayor of this Georgetown?
I don't aspire just like that. I think we need to have a constitutional change whereby the citizens of the city must be able to vote for their mayor.
Andrews said that the central government running the city is not a good thing and that the constitution needs to change.
As is, you can aspire how much you want. If the powers that be decide that they want an idiot there, that idiot will sit there.
The independent contestant said that his desire is only in helping people.
It's win, lose, or draw. I'm going to in a situation where I think I can help the persons of my constituency.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. After the break, a community in Trinidad has been thrown into mourning after a pastor is murdered, and Sears USA files for bankruptcy. But first, here is this week's bridge retraction schedule.
Disclosing your HIV status is important. Having the other person know their status is just as important as knowing yours. Partner testing puts everyone in the know and can be life-saving. Professionals can help you with disclosure. Encourage your partners to test and disclose. Be confident about your future. A message from USAID, PEPFAR, Advancing Partners and Communities Guyana, NAPS, and the Ministry of Public Health.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to side. Wasted days, spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your...
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston, the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
For all your beauty and hair care products, look no further. Visit American Home and Beauty Center, 72 Rob and Wellington Streets, Georgetown, opposite CNS Channel 6. We have in stock a wide variety of brand name beauty products, cosmetics, perfume sets, hair extensions, hair accessories, costume jewelry, and much more. Come and shop in a spacious and comfortable environment with affordable prices and great customer service. American Home and Beauty Center is your one-stop shop. Telephone 226-1497. Opening hours Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Close on Friday between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient. You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile. Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants
while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. Now for your regional and international headlines of the day. In the region, the Longdonville community in Trinidad has been thrown into mourning after Pastor Alisa Ali of the St. Michael Divine Healing Tabernacle Spiritual Baptist Church was murdered. 42-year-old Ali, Saturday evening at around 10:30, got into an argument with another religious leader who is believed to have stabbed her multiple times on her face and her upper body. Her children, who heard the commotion, ran into her bedroom and found her bleeding from stab wounds. The suspect, who is a Guyanese national, ran out of the house. The murder was witnessed by Ali's 10-year-old granddaughter, who told police that the suspect used a blue-handled bread knife to stab Ali 4 times in her chest before plunging it deep into her face. Relatives of the victims allege that the murder was a combination of years of infidelity, deceit, and betrayal. The suspect wanted for murder was arrested by police last evening, hiding out at a friend's home. The bishop is expected to be charged today as the investigation continues. Human rights groups are calling for the release of dozens of people arrested during an anti-government protest in Nicaragua on Sunday. Police said 38 people were detained in the capital Managua, of which 8 have so far been released. The arrest came a day after the police warned that it would not allow any unauthorized protests to go ahead. The Central American nation has been rocked by a wave of anti-government demonstrations since April. This prompted President Ortega on the 28th of September to declare anti-government demonstrations illegal. The president also warned that organizers of unauthorized protests would face charges. The United for Liberty March was one of the first public protests to have been organized since police released a statement on Saturday saying that they would do everything necessary to stop it. And in international news, Sears, the U.S. department store chain that once dominated America's shopping malls, has filed for bankruptcy. Sears Holdings, who also owns Kmart, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on Monday. The company has suffered, along with many other traditional retailers, from rising online competitions from firms such as Amazon. Sears has been closing stores and selling properties as it grapples with debt of more than $5 billion. The company employs nearly 90,000 people in the U.S., which is down from 246,000 5 years ago. In its heyday, it became America's largest retailer with 3,000 stores nationwide before being overtaken by Walmart in the 1980s. Here is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast and Tuesday evening at 7 for more news. For now, I am Bibi Backus signing out from your newscasting. Thank you for staying tuned and do have a blessed evening.